Christmas time is here again. Christmas time is here again. Hey everyone, it's Mr. Sorrell's Christmas time is here again. Welcome to this presentation of Elvis, Paul, Christmas time, that's all. We're going to look at the music of these two amazing artists. Of course, we've been looking at the music of Elvis for a while now, the past couple of weeks. He is the king of rock and roll. This is Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney was a member of a band called the Beatles. The Beatles. Not like the Bugs, the Beatles. The rock band, the Beatles, from England. Liverpool, to be exact. They were popular from 1960 to 1970 and sold millions of records. You've heard their songs before. I Want to Hold Your Hand, She Loves You, Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out, I Feel Fine, Let It Be, The Long and Winding Road, Eleanor Rigby, Nowhere Man, Revolution, just amazing songs. Paul McCartney was the bass player in the Beatles. Well, as a matter of fact, Paul McCartney plays kind of all the instruments. We're going to look at these two. Of course, like I said, we have been looking a lot at Elvis Presley. He is the king of rock. Did I mention that yet? Paul McCartney and the Beatles loved Elvis Presley. After all, he was the king of rock. I think I've said that about a million times. So much so that he would read magazines about Elvis Presley. Anything they could do to learn about Elvis Presley. By the way, that's George Harrison right there. He was a fan of not only Elvis Presley, but also the great rockabilly artist Carl Perkins. So much so that at one point he changed his name from George Harrison to Carl Harrison. All of the Beatles loved Elvis Presley. Here's a great little photo op of the Beatles with Elvis. Well, not really. There was someone else there they were pointing at, but they glued Elvis's picture in there anyways. It looks like it's original to me. The Beatles did meet Elvis Presley one time in 1965 when they were on tour in the United States of America. Elvis was staying in Hollywood, and the Beatles happened to be playing in Hollywood, and they got a chance to meet with their hero Elvis, and it was a wonderful meeting. He was to them everything they thought he would be. In fact, they walked into his house and Elvis was sitting on the couch with a bass guitar, a Fender bass guitar, and he was just playing his bass, and he had a TV with a remote. They'd never seen a remote control with a TV before. And they thought, wow, he really is something. He can make his TV switch channels and he doesn't have to stand up to change it. So they loved Elvis Presley. After all, who doesn't love Elvis? He is the king of rock and roll. So the presentation this week features a song by Paul McCartney called Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. Christmas song, right? He had several of them, but this one was really, really popular. It sold millions and millions of copies. And a song by Elvis Presley off his Elvis Presley Christmas album released in 1957 called Here Comes Santa Claus. So I hope you enjoy the presentation by both these artists. Of course, we've been doing Elvis. I've never done Paul McCartney before, but he really is one of my favorite. He is amazing. So much so I'm sort of jealous of the guy. It's like he's got all this talent, amazing talent, but he works real hard. And with that said, always remember that it's not talent alone that makes you successful. Talent plus hard work makes you successful. And that really has done it for Paul McCartney, as he is still alive at 70-something years old, putting out great music. And with that said, enjoy Elvis, Paul, Christmas time, that's all.